I heard that you were going to be getting married from Mom. I never thought in a million years that you would ever get married. What's taken you so long? So tell me, who's the lucky guy? Probably some poor sap really down on his luck, huh? He's probably not that good looking either, right? What does he even do for a living, huh?
Hey there, sis. Glad to see that you're as rude as ever. Love how you've not changed a bit over the years. Why do you want to know what's happening with me anyways, Tatiana? I guess that means you must be doing well then, right? You must be in a really good mood if you're bothering me with all these questions about who I'm going to be marrying.
So, is it true? Are you really going to be getting married? Like it's not some lie that Mom said? Because she does that a lot so she can put you on a pedestal. What's the person like? I bet they're just some scammer after your money. I bet they're just some down-on-their-luck person who needs a lot of cash to survive, and you have it, I suppose. Who else would want to marry you? No handsome and hunky guy would ever want to marry you, as they're literally not aware of your existence. Or they can see that you're truly ugly.
Can you please just cut it out already, Tatiana? I'm really over you talking to me in this manner. I've been nothing but nice and patient with you throughout our childhood and our adult lives. I mean, we haven't talked in ages, and this is how you greet your little sister? I thought that since you've grown up a bit more over the years, maybe you'd be treating me better, but I guess not. I thought you might have been just a little more excited to hear that I was getting married. As sisters, I thought that you'd be more supportive, but I guess that's not going to happen either. Or is it that your life is going so horribly that you have nothing better to do but bring others down with you? Don't you know how horrible you're being to me right now, Tatiana?
You wish that were the case, dork! Wow, you whine a lot, don't you, Gina? You're really pathetic sometimes. You know that, right? It's so annoying to deal with. I just want to remind you that no matter how hard you try, you'll never be happy, even if you get married, have children, and all that sort of crap. Especially not as happy as I am with my amazing husband. I've got the best life, and there's no way that you're going to beat me at life. I've won fair and square, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're just a bottom-dwelling piece of trash, and nothing is going to change that. No matter who you marry or what profession you have, you're still trash.
Okay, did you message me because you wanted to talk about something, or is this it? Are you just here to put me down? Because I don't need this crap right now. I never remembered even asking you to message me for anything, so please, whatever you have to say to me, say it now or stop messaging me altogether. If you want to congratulate me on my wedding, then do so and leave me alone. I've got a lot to do and I don't need your negativity hanging around in my head and distracting me, Tatiana.
Oh, right, that reminds me. I heard about where it was that you were going to be holding your wedding. I couldn't believe it when I heard about it. I was actually kind of taken aback, to be honest.
I guess news really does travel fast these days, doesn't it? How did you find out, huh? Were you snooping, trying to figure out all my plans or something?
You really think that your wedding is going to be good enough to make it worth holding at a place like that? You really think showing off is going to get you anywhere? What are you, a moron or something? You think pleasing others is going to make people like you more? You're so dumb and pathetic, and it's so embarrassing to watch.
What are you even talking about, Tatiana? All you're doing is insulting me, and it's not making any sense to me at all. What on earth are you trying to tell me, huh? If you have a problem with where I'm holding my wedding, then you should just come out and say it. Stop beating around the bush about it because it's not going to do anyone any good at all. Why are you even acting like this anyways? We're both adults, but sometimes it feels like I'm the only one who acts like it. You act like a child, and I don't appreciate when you're terrible to others.
Oh, really? You think you're so much more mature than me, huh? Are you kidding me right now? It's all because you can't take a joke and you're just weak. Well, I think that you're just getting upset because you know that what I'm saying is true. You're really just taking this all to heart way too much.
I really don't think so at all. Like, not even one little bit, Tatiana. I'm upset because of the way you're treating me more than anything and not having a decent conversation with me.
All I'm saying is that the place you got for your wedding is way too good for the likes of you. You're not a typical bride at all because you're ugly. You've got no style and no taste. And just how many people are you going to be inviting anyways? Do you even have enough people to invite to a venue like that? I don't think you've even got enough friends to come to this thing. You seriously need to learn your place. It doesn't belong in a venue like that. It belongs in some rundown shed on the edge of a highway or something. That's more your style, you ugly cow.
Wait a second. Are you just mad about where I'm getting married because it's in a bigger venue than where you did yours? Are you seriously kidding me right now? Is this what all of this is about?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you really think I would let myself be bothered by something so stupid? I'm not in the slightest bit jealous of where you're getting married at all, Gina. I just think that you're getting a bit uppity and need to stay where you belong. You'll never fit in with the likes of the rich and stylish people of California. You're just some poor piece of trash that will never fit in anywhere.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I don't think there's anything to be worried about. You seem to think about the really small things that I really don't mind about, to be honest. My fiancé made the reservations, and I think most of the guests there are going to be his anyways. I don't mind that at all, and it'll be a good time no matter who's there. He was going to be inviting friends and family, but also some people from his work as well as business partners. He actually knows quite a few people in this city, which is nice, and I can network at the reception afterwards. Does that make you feel better about the whole thing? That you know every single detail of my wedding day to my fiancé when I really think it's none of your business anyways?
So what, your husband works for some kind of big company or something like that? Does he actually know a lot of people, or are you just saying that to make him look more successful than he actually is? Is that your way of trying to brag about him to me? Because it's not going to work. I'll eventually figure out what kind of guy he is, and then you'll look like such an idiot.
No, he doesn't work for a company or anything like that at all. I don't know why you're being nosy about this when you never cared about anything I did with my life anyway.
Wait, what? So then he's just a freelancer or something like that then? That's really nothing. You know that, right? Any dummy can be a freelancer, but not everyone can be a successful one.
No, he's not that either. He just insists in the stock market and makes money that way. He does really well because he's really clever and strategic. It's pretty cool, actually. I don't really know all the details personally because I don't know a lot about stocks and that sort of thing, but I would be willing to learn more about it in the near future.
Wait, what? Is that the best you could come up with? Are you kidding me right now? That's your so-called excuse to hide what he actually does with his life? He obviously does nothing, right? So, basically, you're getting married to some small-time freelancer, and do you think I'm not going to go after you for that? You must be in the dark about all the things about him.
Well, it would certainly mean a lot to me if you didn't bully me for who I'm going to marry. That's really low if you're just going to continue like you are, Tatiana. I'm so over this. I don't really see how who I marry or where I do is really any concern of yours. Like I told you before, you never cared about the things I did as a kid, so why do you now, huh? So I think you'd be better off just not worrying about any of this at all, right? Can you just cool it with all this talk? I've got other things to focus on, Tatiana.
You really are a stupid little girl. Do you know that? It's like you were born stupid or something. It's so annoying actually having to talk to you in such simple terms, Gina. Sometimes I wish I could live in the fantasy world that you've made for yourself because it would be so fun to just make you suffer and see how much you cry and whine.
I'm sorry, Tatiana, but putting down others isn't going to change anything about your own life. And you're the one who's turned out this way. It's got nothing to do with me and how I've treated you. Maybe you should just worry about your own stuff and leave me alone, yeah? Maybe your life will improve a lot and you can actually forget about what I'm doing and focus on being a better person. Anyways, when I have more details about the wedding, I'll let you know. I suppose since you're being so nosy and things like that. But you should know that it's really not your business and you won't be the first to know. But don't think you're under any obligation to be there. I would hate for you to lower yourself just for me. All you do when you walk in is judge everything I do and everything you see around you, so I would rather you stay away.
I found out who your husband is, Gina. You really didn't think I wouldn't find out, but I knew that I had the ability to find out more about him, and you had no idea what I was doing.
What are you talking about this time, Tatiana? You message me and just be plain rude, and then you send this weird and mysterious message that you found out more information about my husband?
I really couldn't believe that it was him when I saw what he was wearing while going out into town. It was incredible that I found him when I did. I knew immediately that it was your husband. He stands out like a sore thumb. You really did marry some lowly little freelancer, didn't you? He looks like he just rolled out of bed and decided to go into town just in his pajamas or something. It's kind of nasty. He looks so gross, so I'm not surprised that you're marrying someone like him.
Tatiana, I really think you have no idea what you're even talking about. Also, you judging a book by its cover isn't going to get you anywhere in life or with us as a family. Must you always be so unkind?
No. I went around where you live and I saw your husband going out. It was so easy to spot him in his black athletic pants and sweater. It was embarrassing to see such a so-called successful person look like trash. Aren't you embarrassed by that at all? At first, I was like, is that really her husband? But then I thought, of course that's her husband, because he almost looks as ugly as what she does, and has no sense of fashion at all. It's so hilarious to see how alike you are. Truly, it is. I mean, I thought that you didn't have any sense of fashion, but this guy looked like he might have been homeless or something. He looks like such a bum, and it's so embarrassing to see. Must I really be his sister-in-law? Just what state could your home be in, I wonder? I bet it looks like a pigsty. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lot of trash in every single room of your stupid little house. I would hate to live there.
Well, he works at home and was probably just going out to buy some lunch for himself. Also, would you quit hating on my house? You haven't been there, and there's no need to be so quick to judge. It's getting annoying. Is that really so weird to do? He's allowed to go out in the daytime. It's not rare for people to do that. And he's also allowed to wear whatever he wants. He doesn't have to be super dressed up. And just what are you doing coming around where I live to spy on us? That's pretty creepy, you know. Why on earth are you stalking my husband for? That's really weird, and we don't need you sneaking around near our house.
Creepy? How is it creepy for your older sister to see how you're living? I think I've got a right to see what's going on at your house and seeing what your husband is doing. He could be committing crimes or anything. I'm just doing my part by keeping the community safe.
Well, I guess I don't really mind since we're going to be moving out soon, but still, can you quit creeping around us? And also, don't assume my husband of anything. That's a horrible thing to say. Ugh, I'm so over these kinds of conversations with you, Tatiana.
I knew it! I knew that you were too embarrassed to tell me about your husband because he's just some shut-in slob. I knew that was all he was, and you were just too afraid to admit it, weren't you, Gina? You didn't want anyone to know, did you? But I found out because I'm super smart. Do our parents know that you're marrying this guy? This slob? This potential criminal? Do they have any idea that you're marrying some societal failure? To me, it's hilarious, but to them, probably not so funny.
I didn't think I needed their permission to marry who I want. I am literally an adult, and they just need to take the man I love for what he is, and that's it. You putting ideas into their head isn't going to work, Tatiana. But what I do want is for you to quit creeping around my house and spying on me. I am sick of how you treat me and the people I love, and I don't need you hanging around watching my every move. It's strange, and I don't need it.
Man, I sure am glad that I married the man that I did. If I married some creepy-looking loser like you, I don't know how I would live with myself. I would have failed miserably at life if I married someone like him.
You seriously just need to learn to mind your own business and stay out of mine. I've had enough of this, and you're literally pushing me to my limits. You really need to watch what you do next.
Hey there, sis. Just wanted to let you know that we won't be showing up to your wedding today. I bet that you're just so upset to get this message, but there is nothing that you are going to be able to do about it. You're going to have a terrible wedding, and I don't think you have any idea just how happy that makes me.
Are you kidding me? The wedding starts in 10 minutes, Tatiana. What are you even talking about? Please tell me that you're not being serious about this. I mean, you didn't really, actually, truly do this to me, did you? Do you know how much today means to me?
That sounds like a you problem. So don't keep crying about it to me. You really think that I'd ever care or try and help you just because you start to shed some crocodile tears? You're not going to get even an ounce of pity from me. You should just be grateful that I said anything to you at all. I wasn't going to tell you and make you stress out and be a bridezilla and all that sort of thing. It would have been funny to see you stress out. I can just imagine you running all over the show because of it. I know all about how you're just holding this wedding to scam people via wedding gifts. You just want money out of people since neither you or your husband can earn a decent living of your own, right? You just want everyone to buy you expensive stuff so that you can go and sell it all online and make a little money. Huh, how dare you treat people like this? You've got some nerve doing this to others. Well, my husband and I are just sitting here laughing at the state of your life right now. You really screwed this up for yourself and your husband. It wasn't hard to figure out what both of you were trying to do.
And just where in the world did you get the idea that that was happening? You're so far in your head that nothing you do is part of this reality, Tatiana. You have literally lost your mind, and you're such a hideous person. It seems to me like you're very quick to judge about things you know nothing about. You literally know nothing about what I'm doing today and for my future family, Tatiana. But are you seriously not going to show up to my wedding at all? Did you seriously just last minute cancel on your own sister's wedding?
It sure seems that way, doesn't it? Did you really think that I would seriously show up to your stupid wedding? I would be so embarrassed to be there and having to sit at the front seeing you and that scumbag kiss. Ew, it would be so cringe, to be honest. But this is what you get for forgetting your place and trying to be something that you're not. You'll never be successful, and you'll always be part of the bottom of society. That's where you belong, and that's my final say on the matter.
Well, thank you so much for texting me to remind me of that. I really needed that on what is supposed to be the happiest day of my life, Tatiana. What kind of sister says these sorts of things to anyone? It's absolutely horrible. And fine, don't show up. Have it your way. I really don't care that you don't show up, considering how terrible you've been to me. You're just hiding behind a screen bullying me to the point that I'm about to come over there and smack you.
I bet you two are dressed in just some of the shabbiest wedding clothes ever known to man. Where did you even get your wedding garments from anyway? A secondhand shop or something? I bet they have so many stains on them. I can almost see it now. Man, what a sad, pathetic sight it's got to be. It makes me wish that I was blind so that I didn't have to see anything. At least I won't need to now since we're not going to your stupid wedding anyways.
Well, then don't bother coming. It sounds to me like you've already made up your mind about that. I really don't give a crap if you come or not. You are literally the worst person on this planet. I'm glad that I don't have to put up with your presence today.
I bet we're not the only ones who canceled. I bet so many guests haven't bothered to show up and gave some lame excuse to you so that they didn't make you feel bad about not showing up. Who would even want to be there for you anyways? You're literally the most pathetic people I've ever had to deal with on this stupid planet, and I'm really glad that you hardly have any friends supporting you today.
Well, actually, things are going great, and there's even a few famous people at this great venue that we booked. So I guess it kind of ended up working out perfectly. I will say, you had me worried for just 1 second, but I should have known that you were all bark and no bite to begin with. I can't believe that I ever let you scare me. So basically, all of this is just to say that we don't want or need your company. In fact, I think the wedding is going to go much, much, much better without you. I'm actually really grateful that you're not here at all. I can't imagine just how poorly this wedding would have actually gone if you were here.
Famous people? Is that supposed to be a joke? You really expect me to believe that you have celebrities at your wedding right now? Please, do you have any idea just how pathetic it sounds that you have to stoop so low as to make up a lie like that just to try and trick me? You didn't actually think that would work, did you? I mean, come on, let's be real here. Why would there even be famous people at your wedding to begin with?
No, it's not a joke. In fact, I just want you to know that I don't even think of you as my sister anymore. After all of this crap that you've put me through, I just want nothing to do with you ever again. You really have done so much to try and ruin my day, and it just goes to show me how little you actually care for me. So even if you tried to come in, you wouldn't be able to. With all the people who are here, we need to beef up the security and make sure that everyone was protected from the likes of you common people. If you're curious for answers, maybe you should Google my husband's name and see what comes up. I bet you'll be very surprised to see who I'm marrying today. I really thought that you were smart enough to figure out who he was the day you stalked him.
Gina, what the heck is the meaning of all this, huh? Hey, you need to answer me right now because I'm your sister and I need to know everything you're doing right now. Why aren't I being let into your wedding? I've got every right to be here and I'm not allowed through the venue doors. What is this madness? Don't you know that I'm your sister? What the heck is going on? Explain this all to me right now, or you're going to feel my wrath. I mean it! I'm going to make sure that you let me in and drag you in front of everyone and tell them how horrible you are for not letting me in.
I already told you that you wouldn't be able to get in if you tried, didn't I? What do you not understand from what I just said to you, Tatiana? There is no way that you're going to be able to do anything to me today.
Are you seriously kidding me right now, Gina? You weren't actually being serious about that, were you? Are you for real? This is insane! Let me in! Can't you hear me knocking on these huge double doors?
Of course not. I didn't want you here ruining the day, not just for me, but for Mom and Dad, too. And just what are you doing, showing up so late to my wedding anyways?
What am I doing? I want to know what you're doing! You said your husband was an investor, but when I Googled him, a bunch of TV clips came up where he's being interviewed about the market. I had no idea that he was such a big deal in the finance world. Even I've heard of him, and I don't even follow that kind of news.
Okay, well, thank you for telling me that, but what do you want me to do about it? You already knew what he looked like when you were spying on us, although he normally isn't dressed like that when he goes on TV.
But I had no idea what he even looked like, much less what he looked like in street clothes. And I had no idea that you were going to be marrying such a rich guy. But that means that you have to just be marrying him for his money, right? This is all just part of a big plot of yours, isn't it?
Can you please just give it a rest already, Tatiana?
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I work as an editor for a rather large business magazine. That's how we met. We bonded over mutual interests, and now we're getting married, and that's it.
But you're really just after him for his money, right? You should have introduced me to him when you met him. I'm a way better match for him than you are.
You literally had no idea who he was until just a moment ago. Can you please stop acting like you're owed anything?
But it isn't fair. I'm way prettier than you. Why do you get a husband like that?
I don't know what you want me to say to that. He's marrying me because he loves me, and that's that. If anyone is thinking about marrying someone just for the money, it's you. You had no interest in my fiancé at all until you found out who he really was. Don't try and lump me in with people like you.
What do you mean? Why are you being so mean to me? I didn't even do anything.
Except that you've been putting down my husband while knowing nothing about him, despite the fact that you've also been stalking us like a creep. So if you want to know why you're not being let into our wedding, you can start there.
But you're my sister. I have to be there at your wedding.
I thought I already told you that you aren't my sister anymore. I want nothing to do with you ever again. Got it?
You think you can treat me like this just because you're getting married to a rich guy? Well, I'll just steal him right from under you. What do you think of that?
I think that you're talking nonsense and you don't even realize what you're saying. And that's just another reason why we're not letting you in. You're just here to make a big scene and ruin my wedding.
But I haven't even done anything wrong. How can you just accuse me like that?
We literally hired security for our wedding with you showing up and trying to do something like you are right now in mind. All you're doing is embarrassing yourself right now. Why don't you save some of your pride and just go home already, Tatiana?
But this isn't fair. I got dressed up and came all the way here, and now you're telling me that you're not going to let me in? It's outrageous. How could you do this to me? All I did was cancel at the last minute. Is that really so bad?
I think that you only have yourself to blame for all this, and that it's not fair for you to act like I'm being unfair right now. Just leave and save yourself more embarrassment. You're being filmed by the security cameras, you know.
But I really want to go to your wedding now that I knew famous people are going to be there. You have to introduce me to someone, please.
Aren't you married?
Forget about that. What about after the wedding is over? Is there going to be a reception somewhere? Maybe I can just meet you all there, right? Please, tell me where to go.
Just go home already, Tatiana. You know, this wedding might show up in some newspapers somewhere. Can you please just go before people find out that we're related? You're going to embarrass me and our family.
Excuse me? I'm going to embarrass our family. How dare you look down on me like that? Who do you think you are? You know, Mom and Dad reached out to me after I told you I wasn't going to your wedding, and they told me never to contact them again. You're trying to cut me out of your life when I didn't even do anything. My life's falling apart right now, and it's all your fault. You have to help me out somehow.
Why should I help you out with anything when this is all your fault?
What do you mean by that? That doesn't make any sense.
I really don't know what you even think I can do for you at this point. There are already rumors flying around the wedding about the crazy lady asking to be let in. There would be no point in joining the wedding now. The best you can do is just turn around and go home to save face. All you're doing is making yourself look bad now.
I'm the one making me look bad? You've got some nerve to tell that to me. This is all your fault, you little brat.
I don't have time for this anymore. I know that you've built yourself up by tearing me down, but I am not going to stand for it anymore. I am cutting you out of my life. Please never, ever contact me again. Just leave me alone, Tatiana.
But what about the wedding? I still want in. You can't just turn me away like this. I'm really sorry for canceling last minute, but please.
I've already given you my answer. Now please go home and get out of my life. After that, I just started ignoring my sister's texts. As she got more and more frustrated with not being let into the venue, she began acting out more and more. It got to the point where people began filming her antics and uploading them online, where she became somewhat viral. Her newfound popularity from screaming to be let inside of this celebrity wedding was enough to affect her husband, who was quickly identified after she went viral. It didn't take long after that for him to ask Tatiana for a divorce. With no husband or family willing to talk to her, Tatiana was left alone. I'm sure she tried reaching out to me for help, but I had already blocked her on all social media and she had no way of contacting me. Tatiana hadn't worked since getting married and so had no savings of her own to speak of. I really have no idea what happened to her since then, but I've put her behind me and have concentrated on my own happiness with my loving husband and parents.
Please, sis, give him back to me. Don't make it sound like I stole him, lol. Steve is the one who chose me. This has to be some kind of joke. No joke, just reality. Where is he now? He's not answering his phone. Of course not. He just blocked your number. That's impossible. We were just texting last night. Did you really think those messages meant anything? What do you mean? Last night was just keeping up appearances. You're not making any sense. Do I need to spell it out for you? What do you mean? He only kept your number until today. Until today? I don't understand. You really are slow, aren't you? We've been planning this wedding for months.
You mean you were planning it?
No, we were planning it. Together.
Is that what you thought?
He helped pick everything.
Playing along is different from caring.
That's not true. We spent weeks choosing the venue.
He was just going through the motions.
But he texted me about being excited for today.
Oh, you mean when he said he was looking forward to today?
Yes, he seemed so happy.
Happy to finally end this charade.
So you knew about that?
I was right next to him when he sent it.
What do you mean right next to him?
Exactly what it sounds like.
You were with him last night?
Where else would he be?
No, you're lying.
Why would I lie now?
Because you've always been jealous.
Jealous of you? That's hilarious.
This isn't happening.
Oh, but it is.
He was just here this morning.
Saying goodbye is polite, isn't it?
He seemed normal, happy even.
He's a good actor, always has been.
Stop playing games. The wedding is in 2 hours.
Time flies when you're having fun.
The florist is setting up right now.
Such pretty flowers. What a waste.
You can't be serious.
Dead serious.
He wouldn't do this.
He already did.
The wedding is about to start.
So what?
People are arriving.
More witnesses to the drama.
This isn't funny anymore. The makeup artist is waiting.
Go ahead and get pretty. No one will see you anyway, lol.
You know how sometimes you don't feel like going to a party?
This isn't just a party.
It's just like that for him too, lol. Everyone's waiting. The guests, the priest.
Let them wait. It's not my problem.
We sent out 200 invitations.
200 people to witness your humiliation. Perfect.
The caterers are already setting up.
Free food for everyone then.
Mom is crying in the dressing room.
Sounds dramatic, but that's not my problem.
She keeps asking where Steve is.
Tell her he found someone better.
How could you do this to her too?
Collateral damage.
The bridesmaids are all calling him.
They're wasting their time.
My best friend flew in from overseas.
She came all this way for nothing. How sad.
How can you be so cruel?
I'm just being honest, finally.
After everything we've been through.
Your fairy tale is over.
Steve texted me last night saying, looking forward to tomorrow. He even came to the venue this morning. That means he intended to get married, right? Didn't you manipulate him?
Why would you think that?
He was fine this morning. He was smiling.
Was he really smiling, though?
What do you mean?
Maybe you just saw what you wanted to see.
No, I know what I saw.
You always were terrible at reading people.
Because when he left, he said sorry with such a pained expression.
At least he apologized.
He looked like he was struggling with something.
Struggling with guilt, maybe.
He looked conflicted.
Conflicted? No, just guilty.
I felt like I could still see hesitation in Steve's eyes.
You're so gullible, lol. That was just Steve's acting.
Acting? What are you talking about?
He's been acting for months now.
What do you mean, months?
Want me to spell it out for you? Every smile, every kiss, every I love you, all act.
Stop lying.
The truth hurts, doesn't it?
That's not possible.
Want to know when it started?
When what started?
Us, me and Steve.
No, please.
The truth was right in front of you this whole time.
You're lying.
It's been going on for months.
Every time he came home late.
Now you're getting it.
Those business dinners.
Dinner with me, yes.
How could you?
Because that way we can inflict deeper wounds on you, lol.
This isn't the sister I grew up with.
Maybe you never really knew me.
Stop lying.
Why would I lie now? The game is over.
He's not that kind of person.
It's the opposite, lol. The Steve you knew was fake, and the real him is a total psycho.
But I've known him for years.
And never saw his true nature.
You're the one who's lying. I know, Steve.
Do you really, though?
Of course I do. We've been together all this time.
And I've known him for just a few months. Guess which version is real?
Few months isn't enough to know someone.
It's enough to steal them.
That's impossible. I've been dating him since college. He was always kind and pure-hearted.
Oh, sweet, naive Sarah. Always seeing the best in people.
Because that's who he is.
That's who he was.
What did you do to him?
I changed him. I taught him about human nature and the truth about the world. That you can't make money just by being nice.
Money? Is that what this is about?
It's always about money.
Steve never cared about money.
Everyone cares about money. Some just pretend they don't.
He turned down corporate jobs to work at legal aid.
Because he was naive like you.
What are you talking about?
I just showed him how to make big money using his lawyer's license.
What kind of money?
The kind that changes lives.
He worked so hard for that license.
And now he'll use it properly.
To help people.
To help himself.
What does that mean?
To make real money, not just a pathetic salary.
By doing what exactly?
Whatever pays best.
That doesn't sound legal.
Who's talking about legal? I'm talking about profitable.
You can't mean.
I mean whatever makes money.
But you can't do this to him. That's illegal, right?
Who knows, lol? But thanks to my education, he's completely under my spell now, lol.
What have you done to him?
Opened his eyes to reality.
You're destroying his career.
No, I'm improving it. There's a difference to that.
But his reputation will be ruined.
Only if we get caught.
He worked so hard to become a lawyer.
And now he'll profit from it.
This isn't the Steve I know.
No, this is the Steve who finally woke up.
How long were you seeing him behind my back?
About 3 months, I guess.
3 months? While we were planning the wedding? What about all the times he came with me to look at venues? All those venue visits.
Must have been exhausting for him.
He seemed so invested in each one.
He's quite the actor, isn't he?
He suggested the garden venue himself.
To make it more convincing.
He even helped pick the flowers.
Did you really think he cared about flower arrangements?
He spent hours comparing different bouquets.
Hours well spent on our little performance.
But he was there for every meeting we had.
And he was texting me during each meeting.
No, that's not true.
We were planning our future as well.
3 whole months. If that's the case, why didn't you break off the engagement then? The venue could have been canceled earlier, and we wouldn't have inconvenienced so many guests.
That wouldn't work. Where's the fun in that?
People took time off work to attend.
More witnesses to your humiliation.
Some flew in from overseas.
Even better, international audience.
They spent so much on flights.
Their mistake.
You planned this timing deliberately.
Of course I did. As much impact as possible.
How can you be so heartless?
Because I wanted to cause maximum damage, so I deliberately chose today. I wanted to see your crying face. He just helped fulfill that wish.
Do you know how many people took time off work to be here?
The more the merrier.
It's horrible to involve family and friends like this.
I'll leave you to handle the apologies and aftermath. I'm sure Dad and Mom are furious about this, right?
They're devastated. How could you do this to them?
They'll get over it.
Dad hasn't said a word for hours.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Mom is just devastated.
She always was so dramatic.
But she was so happy about this wedding.
Time for her to learn disappointment.
You don't understand what you've done.
I understand perfectly.
Of course, they're furious, saying you've brought shame to the family.
Like I care what they think. They can say whatever they want. I'm so happy right now. With a lawyer husband, we can make money anywhere in the country. Our future is secure.
Money isn't everything,
says the person who never had any.
We were doing fine.
Fine isn't good enough.
We had plans.
Small, boring plans.
Steve was happy with our life.
He was settling. There's a difference.
I remember when I first introduced him to you. You said, I'm so jealous of you dating a lawyer. Were you targeting him even then?
Finally figured it out, huh?
That was 2 years ago.
Your first mistake was introducing us.
At that family dinner.
When you couldn't stop bragging about him.
I was proud of him.
You were just showing off.
So you actually planned this for 2 years?
When I see an opportunity, I take it.
That whole time.
Every family gathering.
Every holiday dinner.
Every chance to get closer to him.
I was so happy to introduce my boyfriend to my sister.
I was shocked that a failure like you managed to land such a catch. Well, thanks to that, I was able to steal him without any effort, lol.
I trusted you.
That was your second mistake.
I supported him all through law school.
Oh, please, spare me the sacrifice story.
Because when he left, he said sorry. I worked 2 jobs so he could focus on studying.
So what? Are you trying to say he became a lawyer thanks to you?
That's not it. I just wanted to stay by his side and watch him succeed. I just wanted to help him.
How pathetic.
At least it was honest.
And look where honesty got you.
Better than being a manipulative thief.
I don't have time to listen to a loser's complaints, lol. We're busy preparing for our new life.
What? A new life?
A fresh start, away from here.
What do you mean, away?
Far from this boring town.
You're leaving?
Did you think we'd stick around?
When?
Tonight, actually.
Tonight? During what was supposed to be...
Your wedding night? Yes.
You already have a place to live?
Maybe.
Everything's arranged?
I suppose.
Wait a minute, doesn't that mean you planned this as well?
Ah, you figured it out, lol.
You had this planned all along, too.
Every detail.
Did you choose today on purpose, too?
I wonder, lol.
The timing.
Perfect, isn't it?
Stop fooling around. You haven't changed at all since we were kids. You wouldn't be satisfied until you took everything that was mine.
You were born after me, so you're below me in rank. It's the way of the world for those of lower status to pay tribute to their superiors.
I kept losing important things because of that nonsensical logic. I never thought you'd even steal my potential marriage partner, though. You really thought of everything.
I always do.
Just to hurt me?
And to get what I deserve.
What did I ever do to you?
You existed.
What? I can't believe this.
Well, there's no point in complaining about it now, lol. The match is already decided, so better start making those cancellation calls. Well, I'll come visit again once things have cooled down. Bye-bye. Aloha.
Huh? Sis?
Miss me?
How did you get this number?
You responded at last.
I blocked your old number.
Like that would stop me.
I changed my number 3 times.
And I found it each time.
What do you want?
Can't a sister check in? Long time no see. I was worried about how you're doing, if you're living happily.
Your concern isn't needed, so please stop contacting me.
So cold after I went through the trouble of checking on you.
I'm blocking this number too.
Go ahead. I can reach you again. I have my own ways of finding you.
Just leave me alone.
But I have so much to tell you.
I don't want to hear from you.
I'll tell you anyway. We're super happy, lol. We're actually in Hawaii right now.
I didn't ask.
The weather is perfect.
I don't care about
Living the dream. Beaches, resorts, luxury.
Stop texting me.
You should see our ocean view.
I'm not interested.
The beaches are amazing. The kind of place you'll never get to see.
Whatever.
Our suite is bigger than your apartment.
I told you I don't care. Just delete my number.
You must be so jealous.
I'm not.
Still living in that tiny apartment?
That's none of your business.
It's been a year already. I bet you're living a miserable life as a loser, right?
I've been busy.
Busy crying yourself to sleep?
Busy cleaning up your mess.
Still bitter about that.
You left me with all the cancellations.
Shouldn't have planned such a big wedding.
The venue kept the deposit.
Your poor financial planning.
The caterers demanded payment.
Should have read the contract better.
Thanks to someone, I've had a busy year paying cancellation fees and making apology visits.
Oh, you've learned to be sarcastic. You've grown, lol.
Had to explain to everyone.
Must have been humiliating.
What do you want? If you're here just to brag, I'll pass.
Can't I just check on my little sister?
No, you can't.
You used to love hearing from me.
That was before.
Just giving you an update.
I don't need updates.
You should see our beachfront suite.
I don't care about your suite.
Ocean view every morning.
Are you done?
The waves are so soothing.
Is there a point to this?
Steve loves swimming in our private pool.
Just stop it. I get that you're happy enough to travel to Hawaii, so that's enough, right?
Actually, there's more.
Of course there is.
I have something to discuss.
What now?
Also, I have a request.
I refuse.
You haven't even heard what it is, lol. It's not a bad thing, I promise.
Your promises mean nothing.
Don't be like that.
Every promise you've ever made was a lie.
This is different.
How?
Just hear me out.
What is it?
I want you to renounce your inheritance rights from our parents.
What?
Simple paperwork, just sign away your rights.
You can't be serious.
When have you known me to joke about money?
But they're still alive.
Planning ahead is important.
I can't believe this.
When Mom and Dad pass away, just file paperwork at the probate court saying you're giving up your inheritance.
You're talking about this now?
Better early than late.
They're still perfectly healthy, and I have no reason to give up my inheritance.
The family house is in a prime location, and Mom has expensive jewelry and valuables. I don't want you getting your hands on any of it.
Those aren't yours to control.
Not yet.
What are you talking about?
I'm probably going to be excluded from the will for being a traitor.
You think?
Don't get smart with me. Steve's a lawyer, so of course he knows about legal inheritance portions. But even with that, our share would be reduced.
You're already planning this far ahead?
I plan everything ahead.
Like you planned the wedding disaster.
Exactly. Now you're getting it.
The house isn't even that valuable.
Shows what you know about real estate.
Why do you want to monopolize everything? We're the only two heirs, right?
Exactly. If you renounce your rights, I get everything.
This is totally insane.
I'm just being practical.
You're still trying to take things from me?
It's what I do best.
Haven't you taken enough?
There's always more to take from you.
First Steve, now this?
I'm thorough about things. Sorry for being greedy, but if you hadn't been born, I could have had everything to myself. The least you could do is renounce your rights as an apology for being born.
Do you even hear yourself?
Perfectly clear.
This isn't about money anymore.
It's always about money.
You've lost your mind.
I've found my purpose.
All this plotting and scheming.
It's called strategy.
How can you say such nonsensical things with such confidence? It's like you think you can control the whole world.
Not the whole world, just our little part of it.
You need help.
I need what's rightfully mine.
Nothing is rightfully yours anymore.
Everything is rightfully mine. With Steve's legal knowledge and my evil mind combined, we're invincible.
You're admitting to being evil now?
Why hide it? You already know. I'm someone who gets what they want.
Was there ever a time you actually cared about family?
Family is just another resource to use.
Even mom and dad?
Especially them.
You're sick.
I'm successful.
Are you saying you're planning to misuse legal knowledge?
Planning? We already are.
Steve wouldn't.
Steve does whatever I say now.
His license.
Just a tool. I have 50 ideas in my head that would make you bow down, lol. And I won't stop attacking until you do what I say.
Is that a threat?
It's a promise.
You need help.
I need my inheritance.
You're too obsessed with money.
Money is power.
And power is all you care about?
Finally, you're understanding.
Is this really about the inheritance?
Everything is about what's mine.
Was it always about money?
It's always been about winning.
Winning what?
Everything.
I can't believe we came from the same parents.
Neither can I. They clearly saved all their good genes for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
You were always the favorite. Remember, I won't hesitate to crush even those parents.
What do you mean?
Actions have consequences.
Are you threatening our parents?
I'm just stating facts. You should spend time with your family and loved ones while you can.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. And this is a warning. Time for a regular check-in, lol. It's been 2 years now. Thanks for unblocking me.
You kept calling from unknown numbers and payphones all day long. I have important calls I can't miss, so I can't just turn off my phone. Just stop it already.
You miss me that much?
Every number I block.
I just continue to find new ones, don't I?
You're so obsessed. Leave me alone.
Just keeping tabs on my favorite sister.
I'm your only sister. What do you want?
Guess what?
I'm not in the mood for playing games.
Steve's work is going so well, it's scary. We're making money hand over fist.
More illegal activities?
Who said anything about illegal?
You actually did, last year.
Memory like an elephant.
Then why is it scary?
Because it's that good.
Well, good for you.
We just bought a luxury condo in the city.
With dirty money.
Money is money. Top floor, ocean view.
And?
Want to know the price tag?
If you're just calling to brag, it's pointless. I'm really not interested or envious.
Not even a little curious.
Not at all.
Want to know how much we paid?
No.
I'm just showing you what kind of happiness you let slip away.
That's not happiness.
Better than your sad little life.
You're really terrible. You may have money, but probably no friends.
That's not true. I have great relationships with all the other people living in our luxury building.
Rich people comparing bank accounts isn't friendship.
At least they have bank accounts worth comparing.
I'm sure it's all just showing off to each other. Good luck with that. At least I have real friends.
Whatever. By the way, how are Mom and Dad doing?
And why do you care?
Can't I even ask about my own parents?
You're suddenly interested about family?
Just curious.
Dad's in the hospital now.
Oh, really? When did that happen?
Last week.
Oh, is he close to dying? You haven't forgotten about renouncing your inheritance, right?
You're unbelievable.
I'm just being practical.
Is that all you care about?
What else matters?
Aren't you concerned about his condition?
It would be better if he died.
What? How can you say that?
The sooner the better.
He's our father.
He's just an obstacle to my inheritance.
This isn't about money anymore.
Everything is about money.
You know, a year ago you did say something strange. About spending time with loved ones while we can. Could you have something to do with this?
What an awful accusation!
You've done such awful things before.
I'm 2 hours away by plane. Unless I can use magic, there's no way I could do anything from here, lol.
There are ways. You know about that more than I do.
Like what?
People can be hired.
Now who's being evil? You sound paranoid.
With you, I wouldn't be surprised if you stuck pins in a voodoo doll.
Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that, lol?
This isn't funny. His symptoms appeared so suddenly. It's strange.
People get sick all the time.
Are you really not involved? Dad declined very suddenly, and the doctors can't figure out why.
Playing detective now?
The timing is strange.
Everything's strange to you.
His symptoms are strange.
What kind of symptoms?
Like you don't know.
It's probably just age. It's awful of you to suspect me.
Because you said you gave a warning.
Did I? I say lots of things.
You threatened him.
That was just talk.
You said time was precious.
Everyone says that.
You said to spend time while we could.
I just said that randomly. Oh, hey, could you pass a message to Dad? Tell him, hurry up and cross the river Styx, lol.
You're sick.
I'm practical.
You desperately need help.
I just need my inheritance.
How can you be so heartless? These are our parents who gave birth to us and raised us.
But they abandoned me.
What?
They chose you.
What are you talking about?
When I stole Steve, they told me, you're no daughter of ours. Never show your face here again.
Well, of course they'd say that after what you did.
Parents should love their children unconditionally.
Love doesn't mean accepting evil actions.
Still defending them.
Because they're right.
After everything I did for them.
Like what?
I tried to be perfect.
By hurting people?
By winning.
Please, just leave us alone.
The only thing I care about is the inheritance.
Still going on about that. Just stop it.
So, Dad is in the hospital, right? Which one?
Why do you need to know?
Possibly want to visit?
No, just stay away from him.
Don't you think he'd want to see his daughter?
You're not his daughter anymore.
Maybe I'll go finish him off while I'm there, lol.
What? That's not funny, even as a joke.
Who said I was joking?
You wouldn't dare.
Well, I can find out which hospital it is without even asking you.
How?
I have my ways.
Stay away from him.
Or what? Sure. Just let me know when the funeral is.
You're evil.
Well, thank you. The sister who stole your fiancé 4 years ago is back in town, lol.
What? Back where?
Home sweet home.
What do you mean?
Back home, obviously, lol. We're moving back here in town.
You can't be serious.
Dead serious.
How can you come back? Have you forgotten what you did?
4 years is ancient history.
Not to anyone here.
People have short memories.
Mom and Dad haven't forgotten.
They'll get over it.
Not about this.
Are you still going on about ancient history? Clingy women aren't attractive, you know.
Just leave me alone.
But I missed you.
I didn't miss you.
Not even a little.
Not at all.
I bet you're living a miserable life as a loser.
Actually, every day is fulfilling.
Really? That's not what I heard. Hey, you're 30 now, right? Are you married?
Not yet.
Still single then?
That's none of your business.
Lol, better hurry up or you won't be able to have kids. Steve was saying he's worried about how ugly you still are, lol.
You haven't even seen me.
Actually?
No! Where did you see me?
I saw you buying ready-made meals in the basement of the station mall. It was so pathetic I almost cried, lol.
You're stalking me now?
Just happened to be there.
For someone who claims to be so successful.
What?
You seem awfully interested in my life. I don't need your concern.
Whatever. Anyway, is Dad still alive?
Don't talk about him.
Still sensitive about that?
After what you tried to do?
Just asking.
He's been discharged from the hospital and is doing well.
Oh well. Actually, I'm pregnant.
What?
Another surprise.
So why are you telling me this?
Pregnancy and childbirth are tough, right? That's why I came back home.
You think they'll accept you?
Of course they will.
After everything you did?
I'm carrying their grandchild, welcoming another family member.
That won't erase the past.
Family is family.
You didn't think that when you tried to hurt Dad.
I'm hoping 4 years is long enough for them to get over it, lol.
You're being naive. Nobody has forgiven you two.
But everyone wants to see their grandchildren, right?
Not from you.
Even Mom?
Especially Mom.
She always wanted grandchildren.
Not like this.
You don't understand.
What's to understand? Dad and Mom are still furious, so just go back to where you came from.
That's the thing. We can't just go back.
Why not?
We're actually having some difficulties.
What do you mean?
Steve's law license is currently suspended.
What?
It's temporary, though.
What happened to all that success?
Just a minor setback.
What did he do?
It's just a minor violation. The Bar Association is just too strict. It's annoying.
They don't suspend licenses for minor things.
They're overreacting.
What exactly did he do?
He just borrowed some client funds, that's all.
You mean he stole from clients?
Borrowed.
That's theft.
It's just reallocation.
How much did he take?
Does it matter?
Must have been a lot for them to suspend him.
Numbers are relative.
Unbelievable. Taking money that clients trusted you with.
They were rich anyway.
That makes it worse.
They won't miss it.
That's not the point.
Anyway, due to this situation, we're kind of in a tight spot right now.
What happened to all your bragging?
Things change.
Last year, you were bragging about buying a luxury condo and living the high life.
We couldn't pay the loans and had to sell everything, lol. We're totally broke now. We tried contacting Steve's family and our friends, but they all turned us away. You're our only option.
And do you think I'd help in this situation?
Yes, because you'll do anything for your dear friend.
Friend? Who are you talking about?
Amy.
What about Amy?
Remember her?
Leave her out of this.
Your best friend since high school.
Don't.
I was shocked when I saw her on TV. She's really made it big. I remember she used to sing at local festivals. She was always good.
What are you thinking? Leave her alone.
Why? She's doing so well now.
Her success has nothing to do with you.
I hear her lyrics really resonate with teenage girls.
Don't involve her into this.
Her new song is topping the charts, isn't it?
Whatever you're thinking, just stop.
A scandal would be pretty bad for her right now at this timing, wouldn't it?
Scandal? You wouldn't dare.
Wouldn't I?
You're going to use Amy to blackmail me?
Such an ugly word.
It's exactly what you're doing.
I didn't say anything about blackmail. You're jumping to conclusions.
It's the same thing.
I just want to reminisce about old times. Don't get so angry.
Leave Amy alone.
Make me.
Please don't interfere with her.
That depends on you.
What do you want?
Could you lend me some money?
Money? I knew that was your aim.
You make it sound so calculating.
Because it is.
Actually, we were planning to stay at your place, but Steve said he didn't want to because it's probably a dirty old apartment.
Well, I wouldn't want to live with traitors anyway.
We actually need $20,000 for the deposit and moving costs for a new apartment.
What?
Too much? I can break down the costs for you.
You're insane!
And then $5,000 per month for rent and living expenses until the baby comes.
That's impossible. There's no way.
But I know Amy's secret.
What are you talking about?
She got pregnant in high school, didn't she?
What? How do you know about that?
I also know she had an abortion.
Where did you hear this?
Does that really matter now?
Yes, it does, because only Amy's parents and I knew about that.
Secrets have a way of getting out.
How could you know this?
Well, you can't put a fence around people's mouths. Lots of networking. That's just how it is.
When did you find out?
Does it matter? I know now.
Did you hack her records?
I have my ways.
Did you bribe someone?
Details aren't important.
Don't bring up Amy's past and hurt her now.
That's up to you.
She's worked so hard these years.
Fame is fragile.
Her career is finally taking off now.
Then there's only one way to help her keep her secret. You need to support that.
She's been through enough.
Life is tough, but paying $20,000 makes it much easier.
You're despicable. I can't believe we're related by blood.
Blood isn't everything. Money is.
First Steve, then Dad, now Amy.
I use what works.
How many other people have you blackmailed?
Enough to know it works. I'm so happy to have such an obedient little sister like you, lol.
Fine, I'll transfer the $20,000. Now just disappear.
Wait, that's just the deposit.
What more do you want?
I still need the $5,000 monthly payments. There's over 6 months until the birth. I can't survive without that money either.
That's impossible.
Nothing's impossible with the right motivation.
You can't keep doing this.
Then I guess I'll have to tell the media about Amy.
You wouldn't.
Try me.
She doesn't deserve this.
Neither did I deserve to grow up in your shadow.
This isn't about childhood anymore.
It's about everything.
All right, I'll pay. Just go away somewhere.
See how easy that was? You're a lifesaver. There's nothing better than having a useful little sister.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
More than you know. But it's strange. How do you have so much money?
That's none of your business.
Everything about you is my business.
No, it's not.
Last I checked, you were working at that small company.
Things change.
Tell me, you're working in the red light district? That must be it. When someone like you wants to make money, selling your body is the only way. Though I'm surprised you can earn anything with that face, lol.
You're disgusting.
Am I wrong?
Think whatever you want. Just make this the last time.
Last time? Oh no, this is just the beginning.
What do you mean?
No can do. Depending on your income, I might be able to get more out of you.
You already have what you wanted.
But I might want more later.
There won't be a later.
We'll see about that.
Stop it! I'm tired of being pushed around by you.
Getting brave now?
You don't have the power you think you do.
Don't I? Really?
I won't let you control me forever.
Well, that's just your opinion, lol.
No, it's a fact.
You sound confident.
I am.
That's new.
What will it take for you to disappear from my life?
Nothing. You're too entertaining.
I'm not your toy.
You're whatever I want you to be.
Not anymore.
Still so naive.
You're the naive one.
If you block me, I'll contact Amy through the tabloids.
No, you won't.
Watch me.
You really are evil.
Thank you.
Give me your account number. I'll transfer the money right now.
Now you're being sensible.
Sending it now.
Good girl.
Just remember, this is the last time.
That's what you think.
No, that's what I know.
Thanks.
Why do you keep calling? What do you want?
Dad, you finally answered.
Stop calling me!
Is that any way to talk to your daughter?
Don't be ridiculous.
Don't be so cold.
I got a call from my old workplace. They said my daughter was looking for me. What are you thinking? But I must remind you, you're not my daughter anymore.
That hurts, Dad. Well, you wouldn't answer your phone, so I reached out to your company.
Just tell me what you want.
It's about Sarah. Why does she have so much money?
Why do you care about that?
I asked her for some money, and she said she could give me $50,000, just like that. But something's not adding up.
What? You're still harassing Sarah? I won't forgive that.
Not harassing, it's negotiating. This is between Sarah and me, so don't interfere.
Please, just leave her alone.
You're not in a position to forgive anything.
Haven't you done enough to her?
No, I haven't even started.
This isn't right.
It's just something about her success doesn't add up.
You too. Haven't you heard about that?
About what?
Oh, nothing. If Sarah hasn't said anything, it's not my place to tell. You have no right to know.
What is it? Now I'm really curious.
I won't say anything, and your mother won't either.
Since when are you two so close?
Things change.
You are no fun.
We're done here.
Wait, one more thing.
What now?
Dad, I heard you were in the hospital about 2 years ago. Are you feeling better now?
Don't pretend to care about me.
Can't a daughter worry?
You lost that right years ago.
I really do want my parents to live long lives.
I know about what you said to Sarah about inheritance and renouncing rights.
Ugh, she tattled on me.
And you know, before I got sick, I used to receive sweets from an old colleague. The thank you calls wouldn't connect, and thank you letters were returned as undeliverable. I thought it was strange, but recently I found out that person had been overseas for 3 years.
What a strange coincidence.
Very strange indeed.
People mix up addresses all the time.
They said they never sent any sweets. I was the only one who ate them, since your mother doesn't like sweets. Then I got sick enough to be hospitalized. Do you think that's all a coincidence?
Why are you telling me this? Are you accusing me of something?
You did it, didn't you?
Oh, come on. How could you suspect your own daughter?
I'm telling you, Sarah is my only daughter now.
That's cruel. Don't say that. Don't you want to see your grandchild?
What grandchild?
Yes, we tried for 4 years and finally succeeded.
More lies?
It's true this time. I'm pregnant.
Sarah might have had a child by now if it weren't for you.
The past is the past.
Not when you keep repeating it.
It doesn't matter who has the baby. A grandchild is a grandchild, right?
A child from you two.
We're still family. By the way, can I stay with you during my pregnancy and after birth?
The nerve of you!
Isn't that a harsh way to treat your pregnant daughter?
After what you did?
I guess that's a no, lol.
How much pain do you think Sarah went through because of you?
None.
She cried for months.
She's weak then.
She trusted you.
Her mistake.
Your mother blamed herself for raising you wrong.
How noble of her to acknowledge her mistakes, lol.
She couldn't eat or sleep.
So dramatic.
She still cries some nights.
Not my problem.
Stop this nonsense.
Stop treating me like a child.
Then stop acting like one.
I'm an adult making adult decisions.
Adults don't blackmail their sisters.
Don't interfere with that.
Then stop relying on your parents and don't borrow money from Sarah either.
I'm not borrowing it. I'm taking it.
Have you no shame? Talking to you just makes my blood pressure rise.
At this rate, you might drop dead, which would be nice.
What?
The timing's perfect. When you two pass away, I'll get the entire inheritance. I'll make Sarah renounce their inheritance rights by any means necessary. I have Steve here who's knowledgeable about legal matters.
How far will you go?
As far as it takes. Just leave Sarah to me. I'll take good care of them until her wallet is empty. See ya.
Victoria!
Where's my $50,000? I found a place but can't even pay the deposit.
I've been thinking.
Think faster. I need that money.
Not everything goes according to your plan.
What's that supposed to mean? Just transfer the money.
No, I won't pay a single penny.
What? That's not what we agreed to.
Agreements made under blackmail aren't valid.
You can't just back out now.
Watch me. I'm done being afraid of you.
You're making a huge mistake. You'll definitely regret this.
No, you made the mistake.
Fine then. Say goodbye to Amy's entertainment career. It's sad when a scandal ends things just as the songs are getting popular.
I don't care. Just do what you want.
You're calling my bluff? This is a huge scandal. She might have to retire, you know?
Check Amy's Instagram.
What?
Go look at it right now.
Why should I?
Amy actually confessed everything on Instagram this morning.
You are lying.
Look for yourself.
She wouldn't dare.
She'd rather tell her own story than be exposed by someone else.
You're kidding.
She took control of her own narrative.
Her career
is actually stronger than ever. Yes, there's some backlash, but surprisingly, most responses are positive. People these days value honesty and sincerity. Amy just showed them that.
But still,
the truth always comes out eventually.
But her image
is authentic now. And the song she wrote for the baby she said goodbye to, it hit 650,000 plays in just 2 hours.
What? That's impossible.
The truth sets you free.
She'll lose everything.
No, she's getting support.
Her career should be over.
Actually, her streaming numbers have doubled.
That's not possible.
There might be controversy, but Amy won't back down. Her fans will stick with her because of her strength and authenticity.
Why are you so confident?
Because I know the industry.
Why are you talking like you know her position? You're just a friend, right?
Actually.
Actually what?
Oh, I forgot to mention. I'm the CEO and manager of Amy's talent agency.
What?
Surprised?
You're lying.
Check the company registry.
That's impossible.
Public records don't lie.
You can't be.
3 years ago, when Amy was about to debut, we started the company together. We never expected her to become this successful, but thanks to that, we've signed more talents, and I've been too busy to even think about you two losers.
What? You're really the CEO?
One of the fastest growing agencies in the industry.
Of an entertainment agency?
Yes, that's why I have money to spare.
That's why you didn't hesitate about the $50,000.
Exactly, but now...
But now what?
Well, I'm not giving you any of it.
But you promised! What about our agreement?
Back then, I was just shocked about Amy and thought money could solve it. But after talking with Amy, I realized I was wrong.
You can't do this!
Watch me.
Steve can't work right now. How are we supposed to raise a child?
Not my problem. You brought this on yourselves.
I need that money.
Should have thought about that before getting Steve disbarred.
He's not disbarred, just suspended. Steve's not at fault. The Bar Association is just too strict.
Really? Because I just checked something.
What are you doing?
I looked up the Attorney Disciplinary Actions database. Disbarment is the most severe punishment, right? 3 years of losing your license.
There's a website for that? So everyone knows?
It's a public record.
You're lying again.
Want me to send you the link? Yes, his name is right there.
Oh my, how embarrassing!
You said it was just about client funds, but there's so much more. Sexual harassment of female clients, violence against customers. There's a whole list.
What? I hadn't heard about any of that.
Keeping secrets from each other already?
He wouldn't do that.
Like you wouldn't blackmail me?
Those charges must be mistakes.
The evidence is all here. Want me to read you the full report?
No.
Want to know what the Bar Association actually said?
Stop it! They can't prove anything.
They already did. That's why he was disbarred.
But after 3 years, he can go back to being a lawyer.
Not necessarily. From what I read, if the violations are severe enough, the Bar Association might refuse to readmit him even after 3 years.
What? No!
He should probably give up on being a lawyer.
No way! We're going to get our luxury lifestyle back!
With what money?
Then support me! We're sisters!
Now we're sisters?
I can change.
Ha! Why would I? Remember about the betrayal?
I get it. It's because of what happened 4 years ago. I'll apologize for that. I'm sorry.
It's a bit late for that.
I mean it this time.
That feels pretty meaningless now. 4 years ago is ancient history.
Then,
What I'm really angry about is you trying to harm Dad.
not this again. I didn't do anything.
I just recently heard about those sweets that were sent from his old employee. Looking back, he started getting sick right after eating them.
You can't prove anything.
Remember Mom's hoarding habits?
What about them?
Well, the police can investigate that.
What?
You didn't think about that, did you? You know how Mom keeps everything, right? Like candy wrappers and boxes. Well, they still have those. It'll be interesting to see whose fingerprints they find.
Wait,
Getting nervous? What's wrong?
maybe we shouldn't make such a big deal about this.
Oh, why not?
I've been doing a lot of thinking. I want to make amends with our parents. So let's handle this peacefully, okay?
All right. If you tell the truth, I'll try to convince Dad to forgive you.
Really?
Yes,
Promise?
I promise.
Actually, I sent the sweets using the name of Dad's former employee. I put poison made from Lily of the Valley in them, but since he's still alive, no harm done, right?
Thanks for confessing. I'll pass this along to the police.
What? You tricked me?
Just like you tried to trick Dad.
You promised!
Like you've kept any of your promises. Fingerprints alone might not have been enough evidence, so I needed a confession.
Delete those messages!
Already saved and forwarded.
You can't do this!
Already did.
I'm 4 months pregnant! If I get arrested and go to prison now, what will happen to my baby?
Not my problem. Have the baby in prison if you want. Steve's probably there too, right?
How do you know that?
Public records again. Court proceedings are public record, you know? With all those violations, he couldn't just get away with a slap on the wrist. I found it all with a simple Google search.
I was keeping it secret.
Not very well.
That was private information.
Public records are public.
You had no right to investigate us.
You probably wanted to show off your happiness because you were frustrated that the happiness you stole from me collapsed in just a few years, but it was just meaningless. I've always been happier than you, and I'm busy living a fulfilling life every day.
Wait, listen. What about this? How about I work for your company?
Excuse me?
Think about it.